Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 8 for the event Progeny Prospects. This example, we had a detailed discussion in the previous video with the help of the EPS tables on a female native's birth chart who got married and she got the pregnancy only through IVF process after the 6 years of the marriage. So we check the destiny and the sub periods with the help of the key planets in the EPS tables. Now the same chart we are going to study with the help of the PILT table, how we are able to find the destiny and also the Bhakti periods with the help of the key planets techniques. So let us now examine the birth chart with the help of the PILT table. Example number 8, timing of childbirth, pregnancy through IVF. In this video, we are going to study with the PILT table. Now let us examine the birth chart with the help of the PILT table. This is the birth chart of that female native. Now let us examine the PILT table. Now let me select use EPS colors. What are the colors we have given for the each planet as per the signification in the EPS page manually? So that I have selected. If you wish, you can just use the default, not default, system generated, automated generated that key planet states also. But since we manually selected EPS colors and we worked on the EPS tables on this, so I would like to use the same colors for the PILT table study also. So now what we have to do, we have to check KP check all, and let me open this self-inhibitors tables also for our reference. Now we have to check the destiny. Fifth cuspal lord is Venus and fifth lord is Mars. So both we have to check. Fifth cuspal sublord is blue planet. It is not a green. It means it's self-afflicted. Some having some unfavorable key planets significations also. Fifth lord itself is pink one. It means it is got both favorable and unfavorable. So it is also mixed, but on the higher side. The Venus is having favorable on the higher side. So let us examine the fifth lord also, fifth cuspal sublord also, whether they are all promising the childbirth or not. And Jupiter also we can check. So let us check the fifth cuspal lord first. Fifth cuspal lord is Mars. Mars is fifth cuspal lord, is pink. In the star of Jupiter, Jupiter is a pink, light pink. Why light pink shade has been given? We have selected this light pink because it is having unfavorable 6, 12 and 6 and 12 signification. These houses are signifying some health issues to the Lagna. And also 9th lord occupying 11th house. This is also favorable to the Lagna for the progeny prospects. Because of that, it is mixed one, but unfavorable on the higher side and favorable also present. So it has been given light pink. So according to your convenience, you can allot any color for any planet, but you should know that color you are allotting for what purpose. So accordingly, while you are doing the EPS table study or PILT table, that you will be able to identify, and the color allotation also should be in such a way that you can easily differentiate from other planets. Okay, so now Jupiter is having some mixed one, and this is also mixed. This also mixed. 2A level is Rahu, it's light red. 4, 6, 4, 8, 10. It is also having weakness. 2A level. Sub level is Saturn, also mixed one. 7th lord and 3rd cuspal sublord, but representing Rahu and having some weakness. So all are having weakness and also having some favorable significations also in their rulers. Mars has got Mercury in its supports. Mercury is a good key planet. Blue planet are only two. Sorry, green planets are only two. Moon and Mercury. So Mercury is there for Mars, and Jupiter has got Mercury and Moon, and Saturn also got Moon, and the sun has got Mercury. So these planets are also having these planets in their rulers, giving some supports. These planets are having some strength also, that they are getting these favorable key planets supports, also reducing the unfavorable strength. Fortunately, the Jupiter and the star of Rahu, that Rahu is not forming ruler link to the star Lord Jupiter. Jupiter is not having Rahu in its supports. That is one point, that unfavorable strength is not further increasing the Jupiter's unfavorable by way of ruler link. Anyway, this is all favorable with some weakness. Definitely weakness is present. So fifth lord indicating definitely some weakness. Delay, obstacles are indicated by the fifth lord. Now let us examine the fifth cuspal sublord, Venus. Venus is the fifth cuspal sublord planet. You can see Venus significations. Venus is blue. Mercury star lord, Venus, yes, all are having favorable. What is Venus? Why it is blue? 11, 9, 2 and 1, 5, 11 cuspal sublord. This is the primary cuspal sublord of the house, that for the progeny. This is very good signification. Why it is given blue then? 4, 8, 2, 6, 10 and 8. It is having some weak significations, not having the unfavorable 8 and 12 grouping. So it is given blue, not pink. So it is favorable on the higher side and some weakness. So that way it is given. And you can see Rahu there and these supports, Jupiter also there. So they will give influence on this planet, the Venus, on the unfavorable side, because that Venus unfavorable will get support from the unfavorable Rahu and Jupiter, so increasing the unfavorable, right? And rulers, if you check, all are favorable only. So star level is strongly supportive. Mercury sublevel also, Mercury is strongly supportive. That way, Venus planet is favorable. That is, destiny's fifth cuspal sublord is supportive for pregnancy and supportive for progeny also. But only thing is, we have to check Venus in the star and sub of Mercury, and Venus also repeated again. Let us check the subsublord of the Venus. Venus subsublord is Rahu. Venus is star and sub of Mercury, sub of Rahu. So that Rahu is the one which is unfavorable key planet, right? So that Rahu is there as subsublord of the Venus. So that way unfavorable strength will be strongly influencing the Venus. Venus has got Rahu in its supports, and Rahu is going to be the subsublord. So automatically Rahu's influence will be there on the source planet and the 2A level and last level. Fortunately, the star level Mercury is not getting the influence of the Rahu. It indicates what? Venus, fifth cuspal sublord, is supportive for the progeny, but it has got some weakness of that obstacles are already present. So now destiny is promising despite some weakness. So that already we discussed, fifth lord is having all unfavorable also present. It is indicating some sort of obstacles and hurdles and delay. So now we have to check the Dasa Lord, in which Dasa the native got married. At the time of marriage, that native was running Moon Dasa, Ketu Bugdi, and Ketu Antra. This is the Dasa, this is the Bugdi and Antra also, the native got married. Look at Moon. Moon in the star of Venus, which is the favorable key planet of the destiny. That favorable key planet is definitely Venus and Mercury. Mercury is a strong favorable key planet, and also Venus. So this is good. So these key planets should have that should be playing role in the Dasa Lord, that we have to check. Moon is in the star of Venus. These are all good. Key planets of the destiny are playing role. Unfortunately, the sublord is Rahu, which is the unfavorable key planet, which is reducing the favorable strength of the destiny, that is Rahu. Subsublord of Venus also Rahu. And Rahu is influencing Venus. And Mars, fifth lord, also having got Rahu in its way level and supported by influencing the Mars also. So that Mars itself is playing role for Moon at the sub level and also forming ruler link to the star level Venus. So that way, Moon Dasa is weak. Moon Dasa is indicating strong, unfavorable, obstacle causing key planet, the two Rahu. What is that Rahu signification? You can see Rahu is having 6, 4, 8, 10, and that is not good. So that Rahu is having weak significations for the health, also not good for the pregnancy. That is influencing the star level also. So that Dasa Lord is indicating unfavorable. So this Dasa Lord is not strong enough because destiny already having some weakness. Destiny is influenced by Rahu. That Dasa Lord itself is having the unfavorable key planet of the Rahu, and in the important level, sub level, and forming rural link to the star level. So moon is indicating weakness during moon dasa. That there will be obstacles and hurdles and for the conception. So moon dasa did not favor for the pregnancy. You can see moon, marriage happened in Ketu Bugdi. So Ketu, if suppose Ketu, suppose it is not supportive for some reason, then Venus. So Venus, so that moon Venus also can favor, but did not favor because Dasa Lord is having the unfavorable key planet of the destiny planet, Rahu in the sub level, and also forming ruler link to the star lord. So moon dasa is not strong enough because of the role of the Rahu in especially in the sub level. Now after that moon dasa, Mars dasa is running. That Mars dasa, if you see Mars is mixed one, Mars is mixed means both favorable and unfavorable. Star Lord also mixed one, 9 and 11, and along with the unfavorable houses also. And 2A level is our unfavorable Rahu has come. And sub level is again pink, that is Saturn. Saturn is 7, 8, 6, and third cuspal sublord. Saturn represents Rahu. So that Saturn also having some mixed signification, and fourth level planet is Sun. That Sun is having second house. So you can see in the supports Mercury, Moon, and Venus also playing, because that is the primary cuspal sublord planet. Venus also playing role here, and other supportive planet. But unfortunately, Rahu is playing role, but that is playing role only at the 2A level. And that Rahu is not forming ruler link to the Jupiter second level. That is one important point. So the thing is, when compared to Moon, Mars rulers are having mixed signification. But when compared to Moon, Mars is not having the role of the Rahu in the important star level or sub level. Only at 2A level, that too not influencing the star lord. It is influencing the source planet. But source planet is also getting the influence of the Mercury, Moon. All levels are having that favorable key planets, Moon and Mercury, and also Venus. You can see this. So that way it is supportive, but definitely with obstacles and struggles. Because that is having 6, 8, 12 signification, it can cause health issues and it will not favor for the consumption by nature way. So since destiny already given the green signal, and that Dasa Lord also having some weakness with the favorable key planet in its support, and role of unfavorable is not present, Mars can support for the pregnancy, but only in the strong favorable Bugdi. That Bugdi Lord should have the strong favorable key planet, that is destiny planet. What are they ruling here? They are not directly playing, but Mercury, Venus, Moon, they are all playing role in the supports, making that planet is supportive. So those key planets should be there in the Bugdi Lord, and that Bugdi Lord should be free from the unfavorable Rahu and other unfavorable key planets. Now let us examine which are the Bugdis are having these favorable key planets and free from the unfavorable. Mars own Bukti will not favor for the pregnancy. Even I'm telling that when these such unfavorable are present, conception will not take place by nature. So that already discussed while we were studying the destiny. Only by of treatment only. So because that moon Mars is fifth lord, right? Fifth lord itself is ruling, so it will undergo some problem, but finally it will get the conception. Now under Mars, Mars Bhukti will not favor. Rahu Bhukti, no, it will not favor. Saturn also playing because unfavorable key planet of that Mars is playing both Rahu and Saturn. Here Jupiter, Rahu itself is playing no. Saturn and this one is not good. So that is not going to be favorable. Then comes Mercury. Mercury, Venus, Mercury, Venus, Mercury, it is good. These are the favorable key planets supporting these Dasa Lord through the supports. And they are the strong favorable key planets. Also, if you check that Mercury is a good key planet, Venus is primary cuspal sublord key planet, and Venus is the star of Mercury itself. So that Mercury book be strong enough to for the conception. So during Mercury Bugdi, they started having their treatment and everything. So it is very much supportive. So during that Mercury Bugdi, in a favorable antra, that conception will take place because Dasalad is bad. I mean, it is mixed one, not very strong. But Bugdi Lord is having favorable key planets, and also, but Venus is in the star of Rahu role, Jupiter role are there in supports, making some weakness to this star level planet. Blue planet, it is not having the green planet in support. So definitely Mercury Bugdi will favor, but within that strong Antra will favor. Which Antra will favor? This is whether Ketu or Venus. So under Mercury Bugdi, Ketu Antra or Venus Antra, that is going to be favorable. Out of them, which is better? Both star level, these planets are the same. Both the 2A level, 3A levels, all are the same only. Only the source making the difference. Then check the Ketu and Venus self-signification. Ketu is 12th occupant and 7th star lord, sublord. And whereas Venus is our primary cuspal sublord planet, is 11th lord occupying 9th house and 2-star lord and 15811, that is playing role and all 3 levels. So this is comparatively better than this Ketu because Ketu is occupying 12th house, it is having some weakness source. So that way in Mercury Bugdi, Venus Antra favored for the conception. Moreover, the Rahu is not ruling at the star level, right? And even in supports. So conception taken place in Mars Dasa, Mercury Bugdi and Venus Antra. So now after the 9 months of the pregnancy, that Mars Dasa, Mercury Bugdi is over because smaller period, Mars Dasa itself is small period, and Mercury Bugdi is over. Then during that pregnancy, Ketu, Mercury over and Ketu Bugdi started continuing the pregnancy. So Ketu already is good. We already discussed. So that delivery Bugdi is going to be Ketu. It is very good. So that can favor for the delivery. So during Ketu Bugdi, so at the time of the 9 months completion, so which Antra is running? Not Venus, Moon Antra was running. Moon Antra, you can see the Antra Lord should have the key planets of the Bugdi Lord in which the delivery is going to happen, right? So if it is having that and the other favorable key planet also, if it is present, well and good. So that moon is having Venus and Mercury, moon all are playing role, and moon also playing role at the last level. So the key planets of the Bugdi Lord, Mercury, Venus are playing role here. So that way, Antra is supportive. Only the problem is the sublord Rahu forming ruler link. So that sublord Rahu is definitely going to give some obstacles, but no other way. Moon only has to give the delivery because that is falling in during the expected delivery period. Antra Lord, for example, whenever that conception is taken place in a good period, and Bugdi also, Dasa is Mars and Bugdi is very good, then delivery is going to happen in one Antra. That Antra should have the key planets of the Bugdi Lord, and if it is having some unfavorable key planet also, If it is further reduced by the favorable key planet, it can act as the antara. Even I have given such points in the what do you call in the rules. All these things I have given. How the antara, which is not strong enough to act as the buddhi lord, but it can give its result during its antara under the favorable buddhi. So buddhi is very good. Buddhi planet is very good. Ketu is good. I mean, conception taken place in Mercury buddhi. Delivery is happening in Ketu buddhi. All are good only. So to give the result, moon is strong enough because moon source effect are good, and sublevel has got some weakness, but for the delivery this is enough. So that way that native delivered the baby by way of IVF during the Mars, Ketu and Moon Antra. So I think you are able to understand, follow the important steps. So by finding the key planets and their role in the destiny and dasa buddhi and conception and also delivery. So as I used to say that whenever you have a doubt on each planet, this planet is better or this planet is better, you're not able to come, in a decision, just click on that PILT table. You will have that EPS table and also house grouping table. You can follow the 7 steps, whatever we had a discussion in that method of analysis. You check those planets level-wise study, you will understand whether that rulers are forming good house grouping or starting from the source. You have to keep, focus on that. Cuspal lordship of the source planet is better or not. So all these things you can find it. So combined study with the EPS table along with the PILT table will be more useful also. I think you're able to understand. We'll meet in the next video. Good luck.